So, with Transformers Combiner Wars on its way to Machinima, I decided to talk about the event it's based on, to do a review on the IDW Comics event that it's based on. And we're jumping right in, so to give you a brief history on the IDW Transformers currently that builds around the Combiner Wars series is basically this. The Decepticons and the Autobot War, the Autobot-Decepticon War, it's over. It's done. The remaining Decepticons who haven't really switched sides or gone to the, decide to be peaceful, they've been banished to the outskirts of the city. They're no longer around, and Galvatron is in charge. At least if I remember right, Galvatron's in charge now. Yeah, for those who don't know, Galvatron, in the IDW comics, Galvatron and Megatron are two totally different beings. So yeah, Galvatron's in charge, or did he? I can't remember if he lost power during the Dark Cybertron story arc. I can't fucking remember. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The wars are officially over. Decepticons are out, and who's in charge, believe it or not, is Starscream. Starscream is officially the supreme ruler of Cybertron. He was made the ruler of Cybertron by unanimous vote, and now he rules Cybertron. He's actually a decent leader. Keyword here is decent because it's Starscream. What do you expect? Of course he's going to be doing shady shit to keep his power, because this is something he's always wanted to do. At the same time, he does understand that what he's doing is not just, he's not doing this for power's sake. He needs to, he also understands that, yeah, I'm doing this and I want to keep my power, but at the same time, I need, if I want to keep my power, I need to do right by Cybertron. At the same time, he's doing some really shady shit. And as for Megatron, Megatron is now with the Autobots on the Earth colony that is led by Prowl. Now, the big thing here is that this is the introduction of a majority of the Combiners. The only Combiner so far in the IDW universe was Devastator. Devastator was the only one, and Prowl was the head of that Combiner. So, in here, the thing called the object known as I think it called the Enigma artifact or something of that degree, if I remember right, has been stolen. That's the Enigma artifact is the thing that allows Combiners to be made. But however, Combiners are a lot like fusions from Steven Universe in this continuity, where the body has to be held together and there has to be one person in charge, and all the minds have to agree on that one. Combiners are really hard to control because it's literally 5 to 6 minds fighting over who gets to be in charge. So along comes Megatron. Not Megatron, Optimus, who's come back and he has to take Starscream's orders. And at the same time, we have Windblade and Chromia, who have come from Cominus. I can't remember that name. And Windblade reveals to Optimus and the others that she's from the 13 colonies that initially left Cybertron and created their own. And Starscream doesn't know about this. He doesn't know that they have a space bridge working, and Wheeljack's there, and he's like, look, I report to Starscream, he's been doing right by Cybertron, and I've been helping him rebuild the aerial bots. So, however, the Enigma piece, again, I cannot remember that name, it's Enigma something, whatever. He takes a certain someone by the name of Swindle, takes the Enigma, and brings it to a certain gang whose gang is led by a guy called Motormaster. So yeah, the Stunticons are there, and they use the artifact to become Menasor, and thus starts the Combiner Wars with the aerial bots finally becoming Superion. Menasor and Superion fight it out, and it goes completely crazier from there because the Combiner Wars is literally the introduction of the Combiners. I mean, we get the introduction of Superion in this universe, Defensor, Menasor. We already had Devastator, and he was considered to be a weapon of mass destruction, more or less. So, it was very interesting to see in here, and I'm surprised we didn't get Bruticus. I'm guessing they're saving Bruticus for another time. We had Swindle in here, but I guess they'll save Bruticus for another one. What we did get, however, was the introduction of a new Combiner by the name of Optimus Maximus. I'll get to him in a moment. The thing about this comic is that it's a very, you just can't jump in. A lot with these big Transformer stories, you can't just jump in. There's a lot of stuff to take in. In fact, what I'm telling you is probably boggling your mind right now. But yeah. That's the thing, is that Starscream has kind of set this up. He and Rat Trap, yeah, for those who don't know, Rat Trap is Starscream's right-hand man, and Rat Trap in this continuity is an asshole. He's kind of an asshole, more or less, and he does all the dirty stuff. And you'd think it'd be Waspinator, wouldn't you? You'd think, but no, Waspinator's just a poor he's just a poor soul, gets his ass kicked all the time. And that's kind of the thing, is that, again, while Megatron kind of gets the idea that Starscream's doing something a little, he's probably doing something pretty nasty, he does understand that, look, Starscream needs to stay in power, and even Wheeljack says that, Wheeljack's the first one to bring this up, like, Starscream needs to be in power. If we try to do anything against him, we're going to literally spit in the face of everything we fought for, because a lot of people are going to see, oh, an Autobot's taking a Decepticon out of power after he earned that place. What does that say about the rest of us? And Optimus, while he doesn't trust him, he's like, look, he's not giving me any, I don't trust him either, but at the same time, he hasn't done anything to make me move against him. But you can clearly tell, and this kind of follows through the rest of the comics, that, eventually Starscream might lose his power. On the other hand, it does leave open that this needs to be the start of a council. Starscream can't be in power forever, because that's how the war started between the Autobots and Decepticons, was someone held their power too high, and that eventually led to, well, a war, quintessentially. Anyway, so that was, this was a very good comic. We also had, this was also very similar to Civil War in the sense that, Prowl, the head of the Earth colony, comes in with Devastator and because he fully knows that you can't have Starscream in power, and now that, Starscream now has Superion and Defensor on his side, he literally has 2 WMDs on his side, and he's looking for more. And Prowl, at the end of this, is left a broken man. He's been, Prowl's been really under... Prowl gets the shit handed to him all the time. And even, he just has to keep taking it. And we do get the introduction of a new Combiner, which consists, if I remember right, Optimus, Ironhide, Bumblebee, Prowl, and I can't remember the last one, but yeah, they combine into Optimus Maximus and fight Menasor. It's awesome. Anyway, long story short, this is a great comic. If I wouldn't say that you should jump into this, because there's a lot to take in with this. You also have to understand that the Transformers comics are very, they're very geopolitical. They have a lot of political views. Yeah, you get to see politics with giant robots. And trust me, while there is giant robot action, a lot of the comic does stem into a lot of political aspects. There's actually some really great dialogue in here of what it means for Starscream, a guy who's been an asshole in the past, and now he's literally been given what he's wanted, what he's always wanted in life, power, and now he has to show that he's earned that power. And there's some great action here, but again, if you just want to jump into comics, do not jump straight into Combiner Wars, or you're going to get your ass confused. This is not the place to start, but it is an epic event. If you've read the comic, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so there you go, guys. If you're also wondering why I'm not reviewing the prologues to the Combiner Wars animated series coming up on Machinima, there's not really much to talk about, but I am really excited to see it. So anyway, you guys tell me, if you've read Combiner Wars, you guys tell me, what did you guys think of it? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.